after the presentation, we will open this up for questions for any of our guests. If you wouldn't mind also, don't share any links in the chat or use this event as a network opportunity. If you are a guest here, please go ahead and put your full name in the chat and go ahead and let us know who to thank for inviting you to our meeting. So why would you want to start your own business? Let's talk about that. You know, when you do start your own business, you certainly have some tax benefits by writing off the things that you already purchased, like the device that you're watching this meeting on. That would be considered a business purchase. Anything in your office, you can build your business without quitting your day job. You can control your own environment and have full control of your time. You can build a financial legacy for your family, and you can possibly have a business that's an asset that you can sell down the road. So what are some of your options when you think about starting a business? What's available out there in the market today? Well, you can certainly create your own product or service. You can consider purchasing a franchise, or you can sell another company's product and services and receive a commission for doing so. Let's get into all of those. Let's get into creating your own product. So that's when you really invent something, or you create a product or a service and you become the boss. Whether it's wholesale or retail, you've got total control of your environment and your time, or do you? You know, we've all seen people who start their own businesses and maybe they do it from scratch. And some do a great job and they're very successful, and others really struggle and they look for help from others. Because it's not a turnkey business when you're the boss and you're starting from scratch. And it takes a lot of time to set up. Not only does it take a lot of time, but it also can mean a substantial investment. If you've invented a widget, you have to go and do the tooling and the manufacturing of that widget. Patents cost a lot. They take a lot of time. You can, just think about opening a restaurant or even a small boutique, because the restaurant, they have money to spend just getting it to look like something you want to come and enjoy yourself in. And a boutique has all the merchandise. So either way, it's a substantial investment when you want to go that route, and it's a very high risk. So what if you wanted to go and buy a franchise? Well, that model is definitely a proven likelihood of success because it's a franchise and you're not going it alone. Someone's already been there. You're getting your support and marketing materials, and you have a plug and play system. But these franchises usually are very high cost, and you have ongoing franchise fees with them, and you must stay within the parameters as dictated by the franchisor. And I love the theory of McDonald's. I think that a franchise, I had experience working there as a youth, and they've consistently over the decades been a franchise like no other. They keep everything going in a manner that is duplicatable, and the high cost of investment is there for that because they know exactly what money is going to be made where, and they know how to do it. And you are going to purchase a franchise and you're going to go along for that ride, and that's their ride, and you have absolutely no control. So what about selling another company's product or service? This has a low startup cost. It has a low risk. And the downside, though, is that there's usually a single product line. It's either products or a single industry. You might sell cosmetics or maybe vitamins of some sort. It's not really a great model to build your own team, and you're still basically on your own. So what do you need to run a successful business? Let's talk about the 8 easy steps that we feel are what's needed to run a successful business. Well, you either are going to need a product or service that people need and want. You're going to need a marketing plan and a fulfillment capacity. Scalability is something people talk about all the time now, because when you're making, when you're starting a new business, you definitely want it to be something that's scalable. You want to offer some good customer service because everyone needs customer service. And some of the business, you need a license to do business, or you need a certification. You want to track your receivables and your expenses, and you need to have tools to implement and manage each and every one of those 8 functions. Let's talk about the marketing basics to be successful. Now, you really want to be in a market dominating position. You want to have lead generation. You want to nurture your leads, convert those leads, have fulfillment, and renew, cross-sell, and upsell. And we'll talk about each one of those individually. So let's talk about getting a lead and lead generation. So what do we do to create a lead these days? Well, a lot of people place an ad and they post content on social media. You have things called a lead magnet. We have landing pages and a capturing system. When it comes to nurturing those leads, we have email drip campaigns, shareables and invites, and you want to be able to build through these shareables and through these email campaigns a rapport and credibility that educates your prospect and eventually helps them become a customer. This is where lead conversion comes in. You want to have company presentations, like the presentation we're doing right now, have a 3-way call with other people, and make someone an offer to join your company. The fulfillment is in providing the service or delivering your product, providing training, and requesting feedback. So when you renew, cross-sell, and upsell, what does that mean? Well, again, with McDonald's, they offer complimentary products or services. And that is, say you go through the drive-thru, you order a burger and fries. You're always asked, would you like a Coke with that? Even if you order the burger, the fries, the Coke, do you want a chocolate shake with that? Would you like an apple pie? And even when you order all of that, they're going to say to you, oh, would you like to supersize that meal? Because they're going to offer an upgraded version of what you've already purchased. And that is cross-selling and upselling, and they are masters, in my opinion. Basic tools that are needed for your success in any business these days is really a good website, a landing page, forms and survey builders, a good CRM to keep track of your clients and to be able to communicate with them easily, a virtual meeting platform, a webinar software, social media channel, and social media management software. Let's talk about the tools that we like. Well, we're really liking 3 products to help do all of that. One of them is called Go High Level. The other is Now Site and Meet In. Go High Level. It's a CRM that allows you to create custom websites, landing pages, forms, surveys. It hosts your calendar. So if you have Calendly, you can integrate a calendar without using that. You can have a mass email, ringless voicemail, SMS, and it's really user-friendly. It's something that a lot of us have been using for a little while, and we're really able to see the value in having these things and being able to easily communicate with a lot of people at the same time. You don't have to keep writing your same messages over and over. This helps you get your message out there and then manage it and manage your clients as well. So what would you pay for this on its own? Well, the Calendly portion, I've heard different costs for that, but this particular Go High Level, you can purchase it elsewhere for $97 a month. Now we have something also called Now Site. Now Site is AI generated software that allows you to obtain 100 leads a month. And I say obtain because sometimes when you say you're just getting them, you're obtaining them. Okay, so this means with the AI, you're able to go in and you're able to enter your own set of criteria, a certain age group, a category, likes, dislikes, and the information that you're going to get with each lead is incredible. So these AI generated leads come to you one by one with the criteria that you put into the system. And they give you so much information that it gives you the opportunity to really connect with the prospect on maybe something that you like. Maybe you see that they ski or they garden. You get a list of what the person's interests are, and that alone is a good icebreaker, and it's just a conversation starter. So right now, at $49.95, you can't even purchase this version on the website of NowSite. That's what it had been in the past, but that's what you would pay for these 100 leads a month. And then there's Meet In. Now, Meet In is an up and coming version, of the Zoom call where you can simultaneously meet people, have video sharing. You can title your events before you start recordings, and you can have multiple ways to meet with your clients and help them buy faster. And we're going to be having a deep dive on Meet In on our Saturdays, where we do a deep dive on all of our solutions. I'm coming very soon. So as you can see, there's really a lot to do and think about when you're about to start a business and continue to manage a business. How can Solveres help you with all of this? Well, hopefully all of our guests here tonight have been on our platform and at least seen one of our solutions. A lot of our members, it's just difficult during the course of a day to be out there and not run across someone who needs one of our solutions, because we have so many. And that is one of the things that I love the most about this company. It's the amount of solutions that we offer. So when people initially look at Solveres and they say, wow, what do you really do? You've got this and you've got that. Yeah, we do. And think about it. How great would it be, especially if you've sold a product for a company and you just had one item? Imagine how much more you could do and how much more you could share if you had multitude of solutions. And I actually call Solveres a business buffet. And a thing that makes our business buffet so incredible is that the solutions we have are either unique, they're exclusive, or they're offered at a great value. I found that when you're often purchasing items through a company like this that gives, they reward their members for referring, they often have an upcharge on the items. So being able to know that anyone that you tell about any of these solutions, for you to know that those customers and those other members are getting the solution for the best value out there, to me, that's just a no-brainer. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be a member somewhere where you're going to be able to help other people get items that they might already need and be looking for the best value? So here we have an incredible amount of senior solutions. We have real estate solutions. We have a discount travel program. We have real estate financing. We work with a lot of nonprofits. There's a lot of nonprofits that are members of Solveres, and we like to give back to our communities. So we have nonprofit solutions. We have solar. We have insurance solutions. We have solutions for seniors. We have prescription drug programs. We have discount health benefits. And it goes on and on and on. And the really neat thing about all these solutions, because again, I know when someone just looks at this for the first time and they see so much, well, in order to be in insurance and in order to be in real estate, you need a license, right? Well, that's correct. The professional that you're referring people to, they hold the license. But that doesn't mean you have to have a real estate license or an insurance license to have access to this professional that's going to service the customer that you recommended to them, and you will be rewarded for that. So when you have an affiliate program like this, where you trust the other professionals, you get to know them, you get to meet them. We do deep dives on our solutions every week because we know we have a lot. Many of these solutions within each category will provide residual income And you don't have to have the license to tell someone about an incredible insurance program or for you to participate in a real estate program. And that's the thing I think is amazing about Solveres. So how do you become a solutions representative? What do you get? Well, we have a one-time investment of $189.95. And for $29.95 a month, you receive discounted access to all of our solutions at the very best price. And that means that the person and the company providing that solution is not offering it any less anywhere else, even on their own website. You're going to get a license to promote all of our solutions and receive commissions for doing so. You're going to have your own personal virtual storefront, a back office to manage your business. You're going to have access to our robust compensation program, a built-in wallet. It's an e-wallet where you can receive your commissions, and you have ongoing support and training. Or you can step up and become an SR Pro. And to be an SR Pro, it's the same one-time investment of $189.95. And that's one time, not annual. It's just one time. And for $79.95 a month, in addition to everything I just mentioned, you also get those popular features, including the Go High Level. That's normally $97 a month. So just that alone, getting it through Solveres saves you money. The Meet In and the Now Site AI lead generation software with the 100 leads per month. And if that wasn't enough, you also get to participate in a weekly business coaching, which you know how much coaches cost. And not only do you get coaching on a weekly basis, but you get the collaboration of the people that are in the group, which is second to none. It's an amazing group. So this is a lot of information. You might be thinking, are you right for Solveres? So let's ask a few questions to help you think, is this something I might want to do? Do you like to help people with the benefit of making an income? Are you serious about making a substantial change to your lifestyle? I mean, maybe you're looking to pay a bill with a little extra income or residual? Like I said, there's multiple streams of income within Solveres, within each solution and Solveres. So it's very possible for you to create a life-changing, long-term residual income through this group. Can you avoid implementing sleazy, cheesy, and dishonest sales practices? Because this is something that the president of Solveres and I really feel strongly about. We love collaboration, and we want to work with people. Mark said at the beginning, most people are faith-based people. We want to build each other up and collaborate with each other. And if you want to be part of a growing community of like-minded people who have value, we value character and integrity and personal development while you're making a positive impact. And if you'll just dedicate a small amount of your time consistently in order to reach your business goals, then you might want to consider joining Solveres. If you did say yes to all of these, then again, you might want to consider joining Solveres Nation and become part of our family. These are some of the leaders of our company. You met Mark Samus. So I know he's on the call. I know Bo is on the call. He's our VP of Real Estate Development. I think I saw Marissa and Mr. Smith log on. And these are all people within Solveres that you will meet and get to know. I thank you so much for coming this evening and late afternoon for some of you. I'm going to go ahead and stop the share button and go ahead and open this up for any of our guests who do have some questions and would like to speak further to us.
Before a question comes in, Deborah, I just want to say excellent job. It's really smart to lay out kind of the challenge like you did with the variety of ways to become an entrepreneur. And you mentioned restaurants. I know from experience, it's not only risky, if you're going to do it right with a restaurant, it's a few $100,000. I'm not talking about franchise. I'm just talking about starting your own restaurant. And the failure rate is just incredible. So for the upside to be so fast with no barrier of entry for less than $200, and I've been in business my whole life. I've ever had a job. I've owned different companies, including a couple of restaurants, and I know from experience that, and believe me, I was against network marketing. I didn't understand it. I didn't believe in it. I stayed away from it. I was finally convinced to go to a meeting, and I met the most professional people in this one company. It was NECAN, a magnetic healthcare company, and I was so impressed. It's like, how can you, we all trade time for money, or at least that's the way we're taught in school. Doctors and lawyers, they make a lot of money, but they trade time for money. If they're not there, they're not making money. I finally got it. But that concept where, and even though in my companies, I have a lot of employees, but it was like adult babysitting, I had to be there. Like if you own a company, you buy yourself a job. And so what I believe is that why not work something really hard for 6 months and then enjoy residual income from those efforts? Why not be paid for the work you do in the first 3 months over and over and over again? And that's what we have here. And what we have is also scalable. You look at being able to bring 100,000, 200,000 people, because all our products or services, they're all digital. And all you have to do is watch a couple of videos on the website and you get it. There's no selling or convincing. I just want to share that with people before we open up for questions. Back to you, Deborah.
I've got a question. I've got one question.
Hello there. Hi there. See, what is your full name?
My goodness, what is my full name?
It just says CF there, so I'd like to address you by your name.
Well, I've been known by many names, but that stands for Charlie Frank Smith.
Charlie Frank Smith, it's very nice to have you this evening. Let's ask your question.
And Harvey asked me to get on this call, so I'm happy to be here. I've got one question. Actually, it's a combination question. We have 2,500 members. I assume that every member is a representative in one class or the other of the $29 a month or the $189 or the $79 a month. Is that correct?
That's correct. Except well, we accept when we laid out a founders program, there are some people grandfathered in that are paying $19.95 a month. So, but other than that, you're correct.
Okay, that's the way I wanted to look at it. Yeah, the next question.
We also do have customers. So when you're a solutions representative, and you have someone that maybe can use some of the solutions, they can become a customer. A lot of our customers become solutions reps after they take advantage of one of the solutions because they start to really get to know the company at that time. So now you have another question for us.
Yeah, it was a two-part question, and the second question was, how many customers do you have?
Right. So I would say there's about 850, and let me explain that. So we launched a program where people could join for free and become a customer, and we have a lot of those people in the organization, and a lot of them have purchased some of our solutions. But there's a mix, and I'm sure you know this from your questions. The way the FTC works is we need to have a percentage of customers in our organization, and that's the way we've set the whole program up. So yes, we have about 850 customers.
So what would happen if you had, I'll take this another step. If you had 1,000 customers, what if Harvey Loomstein had 1,000 customers tomorrow?
Yes, and so what the question regarding that is?
That's the question. I mean, if you've only got 850 customers now, but you've got what, 2,000, 2,500 members, My question is, if we, if we plugged in 1,000 or 10,000 customers today, tomorrow for Harvey, what would that mean to can they be customers now, or is there an issue?
Oh gosh, that'd be very, very exciting. That would be, we would be very heavy on the compliance issue of having customers. So no, that'd be a very positive thing. Although we also know that there's going to be a percentage of those that will convert and become SRs. Sure. And SRs are what people call distributors. SR is solutions representative.
So the 21 countries that we have, 42 states, what is your distribution in Hispanic speaking countries, specifically South America?
Yeah, that's a great question. And what we've done, and I'll just kind of lay a little foundation before I answer that specifically, and that is we have in line, and they're working on it right now, to be able to push a button and translate everything from English to different languages. Regarding the 21 countries, a lot of those people were brought in through Marissa. She's our VP of social media. She is well connected all throughout the entire world. And how we've laid it out is because a couple of the people are actually there's quite a bit of legal hoops we have to go through to open up a country. And so those people right now that have joined in other countries, they know people in the United States. We've let them know that it's going to be a while before we are actually in that country. They are members. They can be members in that from that country. And I think there's about 4 or 5 of them that they are actually putting in the work to create solutions that are available in that country, because our solutions are available globally. Like now, an outside, for example, with CRM. But there are some open. That's why we give them overrides on bringing in different solutions from that those other countries. Now, these questions and answers are way ahead of what we are kind of promoting and presenting to everybody right now. Although I appreciate them, so it might be a good idea if you and I spend some time and let me do a deep dive and drill down and explain a lot of how we're letting all this out. So I'm going to give out my cell phone number now, and it's kind of fun because access to the officers that we have right now, you couldn't afford to hire all the consultants. Hundreds of years of experience, not just in business, but in network marketing. So my phone number is 503-449-7788. I hired an outside consultant. I paid him $15,000. It's about 2 inches thick of this whole program. And it is so well received. We did a beta test and improved it, launched it, and it just exploded. And so we're very fortunate. So if you would, please call me and let me, without taking everybody's time for a lot of questions that they may not be interested in, and I'll be happy to do a one-on-one with you if that's okay.
That sounds good. I would like for Harvey to be part of that too. Thank you.
Well, me too. Yeah, Harvey will set it up. He has all my contact information. Sure. I really look forward to getting to know you. I will share this with you too, is we've been interviewing some very high-profile people that are master distributors. We've done this without a master distributor, and what that means is it's through word of mouth with just a few of our officers to get where we are, and we've done that very carefully, because I know if you go too fast, you can implode. And I'm not talking about our software program, because that's proven and tested with millions of transactions and hundreds of thousands of distributors. But what I'm talking about is the infrastructure of the people, the solutions. Are they scalable? And we've got it to a point now where we are just, talk about being ground floor. This is sub-basement, because what we've lined, the person that we've interviewed several, like I mentioned, master distributors, and we have finally selected one. And he'll have to prove himself and work his way up. And I'll tell you what, this guy is the real deal. And so get ready. And in our matrix, and let me explain this, because I do this on Thursday night, because we have 2 compensation plans. One, they're all incorporated. You get them both. One is a unit level where you go wide for a huge income. the other for people to bring in hundreds of people, like Marissa has sponsored 201 people. But then also we go deep with a force matrix. So you only have 3 in the front line, and that's to help. Let's say there's the gal, just raising a couple kids on her own, and she wants $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month. We can help her do it through our force matrix. And you might want to plug in Thursday night to after you and I can talk tomorrow or sometime in length. And then Thursday night, join me for my presentation on the video I call Duplication and the Compensation Plan. I have a lot of experience, and I wanted to make this so everybody can win. It's not just a couple of people at the top making, or 10% of the people making the money. That's not the way it is in our company. A lot of people are making thousands. It's really exciting. We're really just about. It's not about showing checks and success. We measure success in our significance, and that's how we have. That's why we have our emphasis. Our emphasis is really on nonprofits, and a handout, not a hand up, not a handout. So that's who we are.
Thank you.
Sorry, everybody. I get excited
and
talk too much. Back to you, Deborah.
No, that's okay. Thank you for that question too. And I think the gentleman was asking, if I'm not mistaken, that if Dr. Harvey were to bring in 1,000 customers tomorrow, would our system be able to handle it? And the word is yes.
Yes.
We have a system in place that will handle 100,000 members, and it's already there, and all of the systems are there and ready to go for that. So there's no concern about that. I do want to invite everyone on Saturday at 1:00. This Saturday is going to be really exciting because we're doing a deep dive, as we do every Saturday at 1 Eastern. This is going to be about whole life and living benefits. And I'm really excited for this because there's been a lot of news in the making right now about our banking system, and there's some really cool policies on life and living benefits to consider instead of just having money hanging out of the bank. So that's something I think the world has consideration about right now, and I'm really looking forward to that. And as I said, in my presentation, as new members join Solveres, they have people that they know that provide amazing solutions, and we welcome your invites for solutions as well. On our website and your back office, we have a place for that. It's a simple form to be able to introduce anyone, and that's the exciting thing about the company as well, because it's always growing and we're always adding things that you want to have. Bo, would you like to say a couple of words before we perhaps say goodnight?
Oh, you did a great job, and those are good questions by Charlie. I can't wait for Saturday. Brings in a whole new ballgame of stuff for us, so I'm excited about that. Those of you that know realtors, I'm heading up the real estate program. Would really like to talk to all the realtors that you know about Solveres. We can help them too. Back to you, and I see Barbara has a question.
Are you okay?
Yes, I just had a quick question.
Barbara?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we got you, Barbara.
All right, I'm sorry. It was just a real quick question about Bank Breezy. I know we were asking whether or not what states they were in or not. So did anyone find out the information as to what states they're available and where we could find out?
I do not have that answer. So Deborah, if you would please make a note of that. Yeah, go ahead, Barbara. I'm sorry.
I just have some people asking, and they're in various states, and I don't want to kind of give them any more details until I know for sure it's something they could use.
You know what? Here's probably a good idea, though. If they fill out the form on the website regarding what they're looking for, whatever business they have, and this is not real estate secured, they could, if they, whatever state they're in, have them fill out the form. And Bank Breezy, if they are not operating in that state, I'm sure they could refer them to somebody. So I would say fill out the form and submit it and see where, and just go down the path.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. I would do that, Barb, for sure, because Wade and his whole team at Bank Breezy, they've committed to quick turnaround times. And, like Mark said, if they, for some reason, can't help that person, they will have a referral for them.
Okay. And has anybody ordered any of the cards yet? I'm just curious.
Any of the what?
The Bank Breezy postcards.
Oh, that's direct through Bank Breezy. I don't know.
Okay. I was
I
just
think-
curious. Yeah.
Next week, when we have our pro meeting and people who are pro members, we do have a meeting once a week for that. So go ahead and ask, because I would think that that would be one of the pros that would have ordered that. But I don't have the statistics on that either yet, Barb.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So-
Anybody else have any questions or something they'd like to add before we say goodnight?
Hey, Deborah, I did get a question. I was through a text about one person on the call, and they wanted to talk about, because we talk about the $189.95 investment. It's really, they're saying it's really a purchase. Well, let me explain. Yes, it's a purchase because you're purchasing that technology package, but it's also an investment. It's tax deductible, and you're actually starting your own business as an entrepreneur. So it's both a purchase of the technology package, but at the same time, it's an investment as an entrepreneur to start your own business.
Carol Sue, you got a question?
Not a statement.
Okay.
I just came out of another meeting and it was about promoting your business and talked about go high level. And so I wrote in the chat, I just said, I've got a go high level median that's like Zoom and now site that provides 100 leads a month for $79. If anybody's interested, contact me. It's that simple, because in actuality, that in itself is a reason to join if you're in that kind of business. And I belong to all these different groups, private Facebook groups, and they're all looking for that. So that's where you find them, everybody, is in the private Facebook groups.
I'm going to add that to my, that's a great, for a template, for a script, for saying, whether you're going to email, text, or just go through social media, my goodness, Carol Sue, thank you. You've just given us a great tip on how to say, hey, how would you like this, this, and this for $79.95 a month? Who in business is going to say no to that?
Well, and if you take a look at the 189, which is the original setup fee, and that in that if you average that out, I think it only takes about maybe 4 or 5 months before you've averaged it out. So and then you're home free, $79. So it's a no-brainer.
It's a
Well,
no-brainer.
then it becomes absolutely free once you introduce a couple of other people that you could help with that as well. There's been so many businesses that I've spoken to, that are medium-sized businesses that are really paying a lot more than that for those tools and having calendars and everything. And so it really is a great package. Linda, we want to say hello to you. You've got your hand up.
Hi, just a quick question regarding Go High Level. So I did sign up for the SR Pro, and is that at a state where it's automatic that I can get that set up, or do I need someone to set that up for me?
That is a great question that Steve and Mike and I were going over this morning about automating that. And right now, Steve is actually helping people set their own up, but it will be automated. And Steve and Mike are working on that. I know Steve is here now. So Steve, the question from Linda, did you hear it or should I repeat it?
No, I did hear it. And I'm typing in what I need, Linda. So if you could just copy this and send me an email directly, I'll do it right now. Name, address, phone, email, time zone, company name.
And just for anyone that doesn't know who Steve is, for our guests, Steve is the president of Solveres. And he's been having connectivity issues all day, and we are glad that we can have you pop your face in and see your smiling face before we all say goodnight.
Well, hopefully it stays there, but we'll see.
Well, we're glad to see
Did
you.
you get that? Did you get that, Linda?
I have name, email, is it email address or email and my address, phone and time
Email
zone?
both your physical address, your email, time zone, and company name.
And for the phone number, do I use my business phone number or do I use my personal?
It's up to you. You can change it later. I'll put it in there to set up the account, and then you can change it. And then you're probably going to want to add your own computer phone number as well. You'll see a little message up there to add that.
Okay, thank you.
That's
You
great.
bet.
And then Linda, we look forward then to seeing you on our pro meeting next week. And that will be Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
Noon.
9 a.m. Pacific time.
9 a.m. Pacific.
9 Pacific,
Yeah.
12 Eastern. Where are you at, Linda?
Arizona.
Okay. So Arizona, what time is it now in Arizona?
It's 4:51. I'm Pacific time, but
Okay,
my
so you're
time
Pacific
doesn't
time.
change.
So it'll be 9 o'clock on Tuesday. We look forward to seeing you at your first pro meeting. We have a lot of fun and we learn a lot at the pro meetings. Sam, what have you got for us tonight?
I had a question for Carol Sue. Can you put what you're talking about in the chat so we can copy it to use it in our marketing? I'm going to create a poll out of it.
Yeah.
Let me see. I may have copied it when I made the comment. Let me see if I think I might be able to just copy and paste it right in.
Yeah, well, you don't own a Facebook group, but I admin several dozen Facebook groups. So I think that'd be a great poll to put at the top for people to reach out to you.
Right now, my computer is freezing. It's
ABC,
not letting me
always be
pull up
selling.
anything.
ABC is right. You know, I want to mention something about what Deborah was introducing Steve real quick, and I want to share something about that because I was the CEO, and my dream all along was to put the right people in place. I mean, everybody has a lane, a skill set, and I'm a kind of an idea guy, a promoter. I love selling. I love talking to people, making new friendships. It's not that Steve doesn't like doing that, but he's a cross the T's and dot the I kind of guy. He's a veteran, and he is, believe me, when he talks, when he presents the CRM or any of the academy where he does all the training, this guy is unbelievable. And I have a friend, Bill Shaw, who's a member and an angel member, an investor in our company, and he owns the largest appraisal agency throughout the 5 boroughs of New York. And he said to me, I'm 65 now, I'm in great health. But he said, tell me about succession. Tell me about succession. And I said, well, Mike is 45. And then I thought, oh my goodness, I better accelerate this plan. So I interviewed some of the best people. I go, oh my goodness, the best one we have to be the CEO is in-house, and that's Steve. And so we're just blessed to have him.
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that.
I agree with that 100%. Steve is just, he's always there. He's not only is he a nice guy, he's so darn competent. It's it's great.
So Sam, I'm having trouble. My computer is frozen and it's not letting me do anything right now. Oh wait, it just started
Just
moving.
repeat it. Just repeat it. It was so simple. You asked somebody in your meeting the following. Go.
I know, I just got it. I see. It just came. I have, my computer is full and so I'm, Oh, interesting. Here, let me mute.
Well, from memory, what I believe she said was, how would you like to have a CRM now site with 100 leads and meeting for $79 and whatever? And that was the best thing ever. But who could say no to that? It's just great. So I think she said she has it in. Oh, good. Sam can see it, so we're good there.
So Linda, hopefully I made your life easier. I just added a link with a form. If you click on that link and just fill in that form, that's all the information I need. It'll automatically set you up with Go High Level. Carol Sue, if you're having, don't you already have an account set up? Okay, fill out that form as well, and then that will.
I did it, and when I pushed submit, it wouldn't do it. So I need to do it with somebody.
Okay. Well, we'll test you now because Linda's
I
probably going
tried.
to get it all filled out.
I got it up, everybody. That's what he said.
Stop it. So what I'd like to do is just to end this meeting with a beautiful comment, and that is this. I know from 25 years of experience in the network marketing industry, and of course, I already mentioned I have several other businesses that I've owned. From what I have seen in my experience and what we put together here, nobody else has ever done. And I just don't want people to, say, when we're a household name in 2 years, for them to think, I knew about Solveres in 23, but I didn't do anything about it. So I just think if you just tell one person a month what you'll see, and I can lay this out for you financially. If you just tell one person a month for the next 12 months, you're going to set up millionaire residual income. And I'll explain that briefly. If you had $1 million in the bank and you were just getting 6%, that's 60,000 a year divided by 12. That's 5,000 a month. I'll put this in writing. If you bring in one person, you sell one technology package per month for the next 12 months. And if that doesn't happen, I'll give you the 5,000 a month. I know what I'm talking about here. So like I said, don't miss this. This is too good, you guys. Deborah, say the final words. Let's call it a night.
Wait, can I paraphrase that, Mark? Because
Sure.
if you just tell one person a month, probably not going to do it. But tell maybe 10 people a month, and one will sign up. That will do it.
Our numbers, that's even better. Our numbers are usually a third. So you share this. You take 3 people through the process. One of them is going to join and buy the packet. Thank you, Carol Sue.
Right, and I want to piggyback and just say about that, and that is why it's so exciting to have more than just one thing, because some people are interested in the technology. Some people are interested in having a group and coaching. Some people are interested in real estate. And oh my gosh, the real estate brochure we have, there's so much for real estate people. There's so much for insurance people. There's so much for people who are trying to care for seniors. There's so much for everyone that it's really hard to go a day without having one solution that you can't mention to someone. And with that, I'm going to bid everyone adieu. Thank you. I hope you've had a nice time. It's always great to see everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you, Deborah. Great meeting you guys.
Night.
Good night, everyone.